I dated a guy for 3 months. We were on our first date, so we're at a bar, right? So we're doing first date stuff, right? We're drinking, talking, taking muscle relaxers. It's like a first date, like whatever.
Right at the start, she gives us a couple of threes, you know, the rule of three. So she says, when you're on a first date, you know, you drink, you talk, take a muscle relaxant, establish, reinforce, surprise.
And I'm asking him first date questions, things you need to know when you date someone. What do you do? Where are you from? How much do you bench? Just like things if you're going to date someone.
And then, you know, you ask the usual questions. What do you do? Where are you from? How much do you bench? So the classic rule of three is establish, reinforce, surprise. And as I always think of it, Monday, Tuesday, banana. So you'll see a load of great stuff going on the level of the performance. But I want to talk about aspects of the writing.
And I was like, what's your middle name? And he's like, my middle name is Paul. Now! Reciprocity in like a normal conversation would dictate that perhaps his next question to me should have been, what's your... That's right. But he never asked me my middle name. And I fucking remembered that. Now here's the problem. He didn't necessarily do anything wrong. Men and women are wired so differently, I'm surprised we can be in the same room without ripping each other's genitals off.
We get a quick what if. Well, what if I asked him, you know, why didn't you ask me what my middle name was? You know, what would he say?
If you went back and you asked him, why didn't you ask her her middle name? He'd be like, well, at the time she had long hair. I thought she was a mermaid. Like, not even in the same stratosphere of thinking. And we sit there, and as women, we let it fester.
Something just to notice is a lot of comedians, or a lot of comedy is first person, I. You know, I did this, I did that. But she's talking for women more generally. So she's saying we.
And we sit there and it gets worse, but we don't tell you. Our faces, we have the Stepford wife facade, and we're just sitting there listening to you talk. But inside, it's like, okay, he didn't ask my middle name. That means he doesn't want to get to know me, my hopes, my thoughts, my dreams, my feelings, my friends, my family. We're never going to have a family. Like, that's the way that devolves.
But on the outside, I'm smiling. I'm quite happy. On the inside, you know, I'm raging.
So I began planning the breakup on the first date. Now, before I share with you my alternate fantasy breakup, I'm going to tell you the way we actually broke up, which is not very fantastical at all. The way we actually broke up was yours truly got a little drunk one night and texted him something to the effect of, you don't even watch Breaking Bad. How are we supposed to be together? That's actually how we broke up. So
she goes, we actually broke up like this. And then she goes, but this is my fantasy breakup.
So now for your viewing pleasure, I'm going to share with you my ultimate fantasy breakup. Okay, so.
There's something nice in we're going into your imagination, we're going into your desires. This is what you would want in an ideal world.
When you're a woman, you possess this magical, innate ability to create conflict where there formerly was none. All right? Out of thin fucking air. Just pull it out. You could do this show in Las Vegas and get paid for it as like a magic act. Like, nothing on my sleeve, nothing in my hand. Poof, now there's a fight, motherfucker.
It's like magic, as she puts it, you know, the female ability to start an argument. Lots of jokes and comic ideas are essentially is-likes. Simply, this is like that. In this case, the female ability to create an argument is like magic. And having had that idea, it's like magic. Well, what if it were literally a magic show? So she goes off and does that really great act out. Very nice physicality.
The point is, guys, if a girl wants to have a fight, the lady shall have a fight. There's nothing you can do about it, okay? You can cough. That's enough. That's fine. It's enough to fucking start World War III.
Often in comedy, a big thing is undercut with a small thing. This is the other way round. We're going small to big. In this case, the smallness of a cough to the bigness of nuclear war. The key is that the jump is abrupt.
I didn't say anything. What the fuck did you just say? I didn't say anything. I'd be like, you know what? Just forget it. And I would start crying. Now, I'm telling you now that I'm going to cry then. I'm going to make myself cry. How do you make yourself cry? How do you make yourself cry? That seems like a difficult thing to do, right? A lot of actresses get paid a lot of money to make themselves cry. How do you make yourself cry? I'm going to tell you. You take a small pocket knife. I'm just kidding. I would turn around and unbeknownst to him, I would pluck a solitary nose hair. You ever do that? That shit hurts. Real bad.
Yeah, how do you make yourself cry? But imagine if she just went, so there's a simple way to make yourself cry. You just pull out a nose hair and, your eyes water. It really hurts. No laugh, it's just information. But she really builds and builds and builds first. Oh my God, being able to make yourself cry. What a talent. Actresses get paid loads of money to do that. I tell you what you need a pocket knife. No, you don't. You just pull out a nose hair.
But it's going to escalate the energy of your argument very quickly. Your argument will magically be transformed from, you know what, just forget it. Big tears, okay? You want the kind of tears that girls on The Bachelor cry when they don't get a rose. Those kind of tears. Big tears. By the way, the reason those women are crying isn't because they didn't get a rose. They're crying because they know they can't go back to their jobs as kindergarten teachers now that America knows they're whores. That's why they're crying.
She goes off on a nice tangent about The Bachelor. So tangents are really nice. You could be working on a routine and you think, oh, actually, I could jump off at this point and do that whole other bit and then just come back.
But he said he loved me and we had sex in a castle. Yeah, and we all watched it. You're super gross. Okay. So I'd run outside. I'd be like, forget it. And I'd run outside. And I'd start yelling, I hate you. Why am I yelling? Because I'm angry? I'm not angry. I want the neighbors to come out. I want them to see how you treat me. He treats me fine. It's fine. I'm going to run out. And he'd run out and he'd be like, Eliza, what are you doing? Get back inside. I'd be like, you don't tell me what to do. I'm an independent woman. I listen to Beyonce. Surfboard. He'd be like, why are you so upset? I'd be like, I just feel like we don't even talk anymore. And I just feel like we have fun, but like we don't really know each other. Do you know what I'm saying? Like we spend time, but we don't know each other. Of course we know each other. Of course I know you. Really? What's my middle name?
Ends on a callback. What a great way of finishing a routine, a set, a whole show, the callback.